shift, 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 shift. Andre TV here from JobOnMama.com, coming to you on a Thursday evening, almost night. It is now 7:24 p.m. We are back on the avenue, and we are going to be out for about 4 hours this evening, or maybe a little less. I'm tired. But we have our first order for the night. Roaming Rooster on Uber Eats. $7 and change. I forgot that quick. For 1.4 miles. Let's go get that check. And we have arrived at the Roaming Rooster. Okay, I didn't even cross the street with the Roaming Rooster to put it in the bag yet, and Doordash sent a district taco, $9.50 for 1.6 miles, but in the opposite direction. Can't talk. I'm gonna take it, and I don't know how I'm gonna play this, but I'm gonna play it. So what I decided to do was to drop off the Uber Eats first. They were only 4 minutes away according to the Uber Eats map, but for Google it was 6. But the other drop off is 9 or 10, depending on which map. Okay, all orders dropped off, and DoorDash is not connecting with my phone. It says I missed 3 different orders over the last 15 minutes and none reached my phone at all. So we have our next order on, and it just did it again as I'm recording this. We have our next order on Uber Eats, $6.46, going 0.9 miles. It is Sassy Wings, which is a ghost kitchen out of Angelico's. Okay, I guess moving around helped because I just received a batch on DoorDash, picking up at Five Guys and then Z Burger for $14 and a total of 3.1 miles. We accepted. Let's go get the burger. The time is now 9:42, I believe. I have not received another order to my phone successfully from DoorDash. It keeps saying it's trying to send it to me, but I'm not getting it. We have our next order on Uber Eats, Nando's Peri Peri, $6.27 for 2.5 miles. Let's go. Okay, time is now 10:01 p.m. We accepted an Uber Eats for $5.67, going back to Roaming Rooster, delivering 1.5 miles because DoorDash still was not sending any orders. Now they just sent one for $11, 2.1 miles to Italian Pizza Kitchen, and the drop off is close to it. Let's see if it actually. Okay. Dropped off the Uber Eats, and it was what I was afraid of. That 5 and change was a no-tipper. So dropped off their food, and the Italian Pizza Kitchen was literally 0.3 miles away. Get there, it's closed. Instead of chatting with support, I just selected that the store was closed, and they gave me $5.50 for that. Now I just accepted my next DoorDash going to 7-Eleven. Let's hope they have it. We're on our way. Yeah, there's definitely something wacky going on with that app tonight. They tried to send me 2 orders on the way here to 7-Eleven that didn't reach my phone. One was for medium rare, which is across the street, and that is an expensive steak house type restaurant, so that would have been a good one. And Angelico Pizza, which I didn't receive either. But we're going to pick up this 7-Eleven for the $10, 1.1. Okay, so while at 7-Eleven, I ran into another DoorDash Uber Eats person because they had their Postmates backpack on. They ride a scooter. And I said, excuse me, do you drive for Uber Eats and DoorDash? He said, let me guess. You want to know if DoorDash is messing up? I said, yeah. He said, yeah, it is. I guess he's a veteran. He said this happens every couple of weeks or so, and that he would be hella mad if it was a Friday night. But it's not. He said usually when this happens, it's the Caviar platform that's in a quarter mile and not the DoorDash one. But either way, he said if he was me, he would take off the night. I'm not him. So I'm gonna still stay out here. We have another we have another DoorDash that came through. Mr. Chin's Organic Market, $10, I believe, going 2.7 miles. And that last $10 order was actually a hit and tip, so it was 11. Let's go see if the Chinese food is ready. And we have arrived. Let's go get our order. 500 feet. Okay, it is now 11:02 p.m. We just took our first McDonald's for the night. $8.75, going 1.2 miles. They do have a $3 prepay going on, so part of DoorDash is working. Let's go get our order. Okay, time is now 11:28. The app is still glitching. That McDonald's order had no numbers on my phone, so they had to look it up by name. But we have our next order, Surfside, $9.75, 1.2 miles. Let's get it. Okay, it is now 11:56 p.m. and we have just accepted our last order for the night on DoorDash, $8.75, going 0.7 miles. And what the other Dasher Uber Eater said in 7-Eleven is true. It is frustrating watching the orders not come to your phone and getting the ding. I was sitting in front of Surfside and 2 drivers came after me. And I know they had sweet orders because there was a couple of items and their bag was chucked. So I'll settle for this last $8.75 and then go on home. Come back with my totals in about an hour. Okay, orders dropped off, and every video now I'm going to be putting in some question and answers, some evergreen content, so to speak, for people who are new to DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart, whatever I may join in the future. So, how to get DoorDash Peak Pay? Are you or can you get Peak Pay on DoorDash specifically? Well, Peak Pay is something that they offer in certain areas for the most part. So if you are in a high traffic area, high order area, meaning they get a lot of orders and don't have enough drivers, that is usually where they offer the Peak Pay. That is one of the reasons why I dash where I dash. In my home zone, there are a lot of DoorDash and Uber Eats drivers. Typically, the zip codes, neighborhoods, and zones that have the higher brackets of income for, yearly income, over 150,000, 100,000, whatever for your area. I work in the DC, Maryland, Virginia, DMV area. So those zip codes do not have a lot of dashers compared to the amount of orders. I'll give you an example of just the volume. When I do Instacart, it's because it is slow on the food side for DoorDash and Uber Eats. I go in the grocery store, buy the groceries. Anytime I have gone to Instacart grocery stores, it is a few people. It is never crowded. And of the volume of people in there, there's always, almost always, another Instacart shopper. Meaning the people who live in the area that are ordering the food, they're not in the store shopping. Now, when I'm in my home zone, I did an Instacart, like one since I've ever been working in my home zone, and the store was full of the people who will be getting their food, putting it in the car, and going home to cook it and eat it for the future. So that is why, or that is where the Peak Pay will be. For the people who have the disposable income to do other things rather than go to the store, shop for their food, and bring it home. Either they're making their money or their money is there and they're going to spend it to make their life easier. That is how that works. So another way Peak Pay comes about is bad weather. So when it starts to rain, snow, and people go home, and this could be for any and all areas, they will throw on a Peak Pay. They have the history of the number of orders because they've been in business for years. So on the days and the weekends where there's high traffic, high volume, they will throw on a Peak Pay. The neighborhood which I dash in, it's a college area. You have 3 colleges within 3 miles and all of the dorms and the kids that reside there. So the start of the semester, those days you'll know because the Peak Pays are through the roof. When they're coming back, when Peak Pays happen when it is more customers than it is riders and drivers. So you need to figure out where that area is for you, and they'll tell you the promotions that they offer for the upcoming day and the upcoming night. It'll tell you exactly where they need the people. Now, it's not guaranteed an order because they just want to make sure that they're overstocked with Dashers and Uber Eats drivers so they don't have to cancel and have upset customers. But that is how you get Peak Pay. You go to the areas where they show you the promos and Peak Pays will be, or you luck up and want to drive in bad weather and don't mind in your home zone. Now, my home zone is the Burtonsville area, and I have only seen Peak Pays during the holidays for that area. I used to live in Silver Spring. I I only see the peak pays, or only saw the peak pays in the midnight hours. Like when I'm driving right now, 12 o'clock, that's when they would offer a $1 or $2 peak pay. But all of the rest of the times, these are, the regular working folk and the middle class, lower middle class, and sometimes even upper middle class that want a little bit of extra money. And they have plenty of dashers, and they don't need to throw more money on top of it. That is how you get peak pay. Hopefully this helps. I am Andrea TV from driveonmama.com, and I'll come back with my totals for the whole day. Now, earlier I think I did 114, and then you'll see what the total is between my 4-hour shift in the middle of the day and coming back after everybody went to practices and my son wanted to go to a gaming tournament type dealio. But I'll come back.
Relax, sit back, the shift is over. 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 Relax,